private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very personal life and health update. I've been debating whether or not I wanted to share this because health situations can be very private, but I also know that a lot of people have been wondering where I've been and why I seem a little quieter lately. So today I'm going to tell you about my recent kidney stone experience and what happened to me when I ended up going to USA Health Hospital. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened to me. So, this all started very early in the morning. When I say early, I mean really early. I remember waking up around 5:15 a.m. and right away I knew something wasn't right because at first I thought maybe I had something wrong or maybe I was just uncomfortable, but the pain kept getting worse and worse. It wasn't the kind of pain that goes away when you change positions or stretch. It was intense and I could tell something was going on or something was wrong. I tried to sit up and collect myself, but I felt miserable because I was hurting, I was uncomfortable, and I was honestly starting to get scared. Now, when you wake up that early and your body immediately feels like something is wrong, your mind starts racing. Now, the first thing I did was I called my mom. I remember sitting there trying to explain what was happening while also, trying to stay calm. I told her that I wasn't feeling well and that the pain was getting really bad, even though I was trying to not panic because I could tell or I could hear the concern in her voice. As the morning continues, things got worse. Now, I became extremely nauseated before I knew it. I was throwing up. I grabbed the nearest trash can because I didn't think I could make it anywhere else on time, which I did because I ended up getting sick once and then later on I got sick again because throwing up twice on top of the pain was exhausting. Because at that point, I was dealing with pain, nausea, and fear all at the same time. It's kind of like multitasking. Now, what made it harder was not knowing exactly what was causing everything. When your body is hurting that much, your mind automatically starts thinking of every possibility because you wonder what's wrong, whether it's serious, and how long it's going to last. Because eventually, I knew I needed help because the pain wasn't improving and I was struggling to keep myself comfortable. So I ended up going to USA Health Hospital, to get checked out. Walking into the hospital was honestly emotional for me because nobody really plans for days like that. Because you wake up expecting a normal day or a normal regular day, and then suddenly you're dealing with doctors, nurses, tests, questions, and a lot of uncertainty. Because once I got there, they started evaluating what was going on. I answered questions about my symptoms, when the pain started, where the pain was located, and everything that had happened that morning. Because the waiting felt like forever because all I wanted was answers. Because I wanted to know why in the world I woke up in so much pain. I want to know why I have been thrown up. I want to know what was happening with my body because after being evaluated, I learned that I was dealing with a kidney stone. Now, honestly, hearing that was both shocking and relieving at the same time. It was shocking because kidney stones are something you hear people talk about, but you never really imagine dealing with one yourself until, it happens. But it was also relieving because I finally had an explanation for everything I have been experiencing, because this is not my first time, experiencing a kidney stone, because this is my first time, because the pain made sense, the nausea made sense, the vomiting made sense, because everything is finally connected. One thing I learned through this experience is that kidney stones can be incredibly painful. Before this happened, I knew they weren't fun, but I don't think I fully understood how intense they could be, because the pain comes in waves. Sometimes it feels manageable, then suddenly it becomes overwhelming. It's physically exhausting and mentally draining, because you're constantly wondering when the next wave of discomfort is going to hit. Another thing that surprised me was how emotional the experience felt, because my mom hates to see me in excruciating pain, because people often focus on the physical symptoms, but they don't always talk about the emotional side of it. Now, when you're hurting, when you're scared, when you're tired, and when you don't have answers, it can affect your mindset. There were moments where I felt frustrated. There were moments where I felt worried. There were moments where I just want everything to be over, because I was with my mom a few months ago until the following Saturday. But through all of it, I was grateful for my support system. I'm grateful for my mom to be there with me. I was grateful that I could call my mom. I was grateful for the healthcare professionals who helped me. I was grateful for everyone who checked on me and made sure I was okay. Now, experiences like this remind you that health is something we often take for granted until something happens, because you don't realize how much you appreciate feeling normal until you're suddenly dealing with pain and uncertainty. Because since then, I've been focusing on recovery and taking care of myself. Now, I've been trying to rest more. I've been paying attention to, what my body needs, because I've been giving myself grace, because healing takes time, like so much time. And honestly, that's something I'm still trying to learn, because as someone who stays busy and keep moving, it can be difficult, to basically slow down. But sometimes your body makes decision for you. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is rest, or get plenty of sleep, or take any kind of nap as you need. Because if there's one thing I want people to take away from this story, is that you should listen to your body more. If something feels wrong, don't ignore it. If you're in pain, when I say pain, I mean excruciating pain, don't try to tough it out forever. If you need help, ask for help. Like, call your mom or call somebody. And that way they'll get checked out. Because your body better than anyone else. Because the experience was scary, uncomfortable, and definitely not how I expected my day to go when I woke up at 5:15 that morning. But it also reminded me how important it is to take care of myself and appreciate, to the people who support me. Thank you all for listening to my story and for supporting me through everything. Now, I want to be honest about what I've been going through, and I appreciate everyone who has been checking on me recently, whether it's calls, a text, or anything like that. Hopefully things continue to get better for me, and I'll keep you all updated when I'm ready to. And thank you thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Take me